So we're gonna try to continue where we left off yesterday. Still setting things up. It's kind of weird. I feel it's always hard to start, I think, but once I start working, I think it won't be bad. Just have to get warmed up and start. I'll get in the flow in a second here. Just taking a moment to set everything up. It's kind of cold today too, so let me get this stream open so I can see chat. There you go. I wanted to experiment with the head, which is kind of scary because it'll probably look bad for a while. But so yeah, let's do that since I brought it up. What I could also do, just to be safe, is save out a new version so we won't feel bad if I destroy something. We could also save out the head instead, and I'll save us more memory. We can go either way here. We could save out just the head, or I don't know. I think I'm feeling saving a new version, so I'll do that. Save a version there. So we have to let ourselves be bad to kind of experiment with what we're doing here. So since we saved a new version, I also feel like I could delete these. So I'll do that, delete them. Just delete all the backup. Save a little bit of space there. Okay, so we have in the last version. We name this one hair. Let's hide that. Looking at the head. I kind of want to break off the ears and then work on the ears a little bit. So let's get some more reference images too. So I'm gonna go to Pinterest. I'm gonna grab like elf ears. Let's see if we could find decent. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. I like that. That ear. It's like the first image off Pinterest. This is ear. I'll just call it ear 1. Kind of a bad name, but you know what? It's bad. Let's see, this is left ear, so call it ear.l. I'm gonna make a copy of it. Hide the other one. Put it in the backup here. And then I'm gonna go in here, see what the geometry is. It's super low. So we need more geometry. I could subdivide it. Let's see what that does. Do I like that shape? I think it loses too much volume, so let me see. Let's bevel this edge. Let's go to preview, yeah. I'm gonna bevel both sides. I might bevel the middle too. Wait, let's see what this looks like. Now if I smooth it. That's better. Let's bevel the middle too. I think it needs more, so. Yeah, I like that better. Yeah, that's pretty good. So now I'm gonna apply the subdiv, and then I'm gonna do a multi-res on it. Start sculpting. Today, what I really want to try is to kind of go really early into. Why my brain's freezing? I want to go really early into like rigging and then posing, and then once I pose it, I want to be able to go in and sculpt again. Or you think having it in a pose will like be almost like the halfway point where very very particular things like the way the parts of the body are getting deformed by pushing into each other, or um, like I'll be doing a lot of like problem solving after the posing, which I can't really do when it's in T-pose like this. But the thing is, we need T-pose because if we do things that are symmetrical like the face or blocking out or sculpting close to the center of the body, they all like really like center symmetry, or like what did I have? Let's see. So it's like, it'll be interesting. I need to figure out, that's going to be a problem to solve later today, where I'm curious, does this work if I do front face only on the sculpt? That actually is amazing. But so a little, oh, my reference is in the way. There you go. But yeah, wait, so what was I thinking? I feel out of it today. I'm off work today, so I'm gonna try to grind a lot today. I'm gonna try to, it's like 9:30 right now, but I'm gonna try to aim to stream to like my normal time, like stream up to like why is my brain not working? Stream up to like 2:30 or 3, and then I'll take a break, and then I'll come back later. I think it's always hard to come back, but I'll try. I think my body's also used to like stopping at that time, so I'll get tired. But we'll see. See if I could. So I don't have enough geometry, and it's not pointing the correct way for me to do like this. Potentially, what I could do. Let's make this go forward. So I could pull this out. I could see the geometry flowing that way, so it lets me do this, but I can't do this direction. I could do this. Let's get rid of the mask. So we could either add more geometry here, or we could do the let's give subdiv. Let's give multi-res a chance here. Let's see if it can like help us. I think we have to remesh it though for what we're doing. Let's see if I can pull that in this area. Okay. Projected. Oh, we can turn off front face now. I need the back. I need it to project through, so there you go. This has like more of a lobe in the reference. Okay. I think that's pretty good overall. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but you know what? It kind of bugs me. Let's see. Let's apply the subdiv. And then I'm gonna remesh it with sculpt mode here, so I get the the more control. Right now, it's going up and down. We would lose like the smoothness of it, I think, but we might also get make this brush stronger. but we get more control in some other areas, so it's like a trade-off. Let's see if we could push it a little bit further with the geometry it has now, and then see if it's worth remeshing. Oh, smooth is too strong here. Using the draw brush here. As long as it reads generally correct, we're kind of fine, because I think if we were to print this ear would be kind of small. Let's make this like more linear. I like this song, it's cool. Let's see. Smoothing it right now. Let's see. This area goes in, like all this area goes in. Like this. And then this area also goes in like this. If it's too tiny of a detail, it might cause trouble with the print too, so I don't want to go too crazy. Okay. Oh, you know what we could also try is I'm going to purposely push this in more. Another problem we're facing is it's bumping into the geometry of the head. So we're kind of limited to how deep we can go there. Okay. You can see the trouble there with the geometry. Let's apply a remesh here. Let's see what happens. So probably go like right there. That actually feels pretty good. Some trouble right here, but you'll like remesh that back, I think. Let's try the draw brush. Let's try the clay strips brush. So clay strips kind of flattens it out and it kind of compresses it together, which is what we want, I think. There you go. So clay strips helped us flatten that out. Let's round that off here. Since the geometry's higher, we need higher smooth now. We got that, yeah. Smooth this area. Let's see, let's back out and see how that feels. Yeah, that's pretty good. I want this area, so I might use clay strips again. Kind of connect that area more. Using clay strips to cut that area back and kind of creating a plane. Let's see how that looks. My goal is just make it not too distracting, I guess. So I might just smooth it all out, really. I guess ears are kind of weird because you keep looking at it, and the more alien it looks, the longer you look at it. Let me see. So something that's interesting is this doesn't actually happen. What actually happens is we have this round thing. Try to use this. Pull it back up. what actually happens is, how can I do this? Let's pull this down. There's a line separation that happens here. Smooth it and then inflate it so it's like more. I want this to happen, so if I go draw brush or draw sharp, I want this separation here. And I want this one to come out more. This. See what the geometry's doing. Let's see, let's try remeshing it. See if we can use the grab brush and just like really emphasize this separation here. And then I'll flip it and then I'll pull out this side. Just inflate it a little bit. Something like this. This kind of comes in more. Here, remesh it. And use the mask brush and push this side in. So there's this like separation that happens there. This gets pulled in more. See what happens there. I feel like I can go into like vert mode at this point and just fix that. Just wanted more of a rounder shape there. What's the vert count on this? So it's actually kind of high. It's at 13. Let's see. Want to try masking the bottom. Purposely push this out and get that curve. That's what I want. Mask off this area. And pull this one over. So you're like, oh no, what's happening? The geometry is so bad, but I'm just gonna remesh it, so it won't matter. Let's see what it looks like here. Oh, I gotta turn off that. I gotta go back to the sphere on the grab tool so I don't affect the other side. I just want it to cover up the other side like that. When I remesh it, it should be fine. Want this rounder. I might also add geometry, so... Well, actually, no, it's okay. Smooth out this corner. Okay. That feels okay to me. It looks alien, but that's fine. I think it's always going to look alien. I might pull this back a bit, though. This area. Remesh it again. You know what, actually in the reference, what's happening is this area This area right here comes together like this area. I'll just mask away bottom part. And I'll go in with like a smooth brush and just kind of smooth the planes there. Use the draw sharp to kind of push this shape away. I might go to the head and push all this in so I don't see it, so I get more room to work. Back to the ear. Trying to carve this shape here. Make the draw brush more sharp. I think we just need more geometry, so I'm gonna go. Oh my god. Let's undo that. Let's try that again. Oh, that's the lowest you can go. That's interesting. Point. Probably don't want to go that low anyways. Let's see. That's not good. So what's this at now? 29K. I want this area to come up here. This area. So use the grab brush and just pull it out, I think. Yeah, and I'll just like mush it into the other side. Make it curved. See what that looks like when I remesh it there. Smooth the mask. That looks more like what I was hoping for. I think this all should come up higher actually. Looking at this shape here. Let's zoom out here. This is like where you probably look at it from. Look at it from the side, the back. You can also compare it to what the default, the original blockout is, to kind of look at the overall silhouette and form. Yeah, that works kind of, and it's most likely going to be like seen from like this size right here. I think it works. I have to go crazy, I think. What's happening? I can't control it. Ah. That's weird. Something's weird. It's not working. Maybe, oh, you know what? It's probably the... Oh, you know what? Let me see. Auto depth is on. Let's see. Turn off auto depth. No. Here, what's happening? It's like the center point's all screwed up. Oh, okay. So when I focused on the head there, it fixed it. I might have clicked with the mouse when I was holding the pen, which is why it messed it up maybe. Let me turn it back on because I really like auto depth on the camera. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know. If it happens again, I'll try to remember. But I think the ear's fine right now. So the ear is too high poly. What are we at? It's at 60,000, which is insanely high for this. So I'll lower it. Let's see. Let's go to decimate and let's use a. What do I want to do? Or I could do a remesh. Let's try remesh, see what that does. Remesh might not go as low though. Let's see. Remesh. Let's bring the voxel count down. So we were at 60K earlier. Now it's at 9,000. That's not bad. I'll take 9,000. Let's smooth it. Yeah, I mean that does what I need. Yeah. Let me flicker it on and off and see how it feels too. Yeah, honestly, I don't really see a difference. I do see something happening on the inside, but that's totally fine. Let me see what the count is. 9,000. Yeah, that can't be beat really. So I'm gonna take that. Shade smooth that, and then I'm gonna replace the other ear. And let's also apply the material. And let's go mirror. There we go. Boom. Your ear's done. I think it'd be fun to add like a earring or ear piercing, so I might try that too. Let's look at some ear piercing references. Potentially won't see this though, but it'll be quick. It'll be like 5 minutes. And if we don't like it, we can easily just take it off, so it's all good. Looking for existing reference images to see if there's anything I'd like. Okay, I see something cool. Let's apply the mirror. Let's also delete the backup here. I'm really comfortable with what I did, so zoom up on the ear. Let's create a torus, and we'll like really lower the count on this torus here. Go down to like 6, and sideways segments look like 5. See how that feels. You go for like a really stylized look here. Look in here. Thinking. Let's try 7. See what that looks like. It's a really small object. Probably 8. I think I'm feeling 7. So scale it down. Let's try to inflate it a little bit. We'll add some sculpting to it, and it'll kind of give it a bit more interest as well. So let's see. One on the top of the ear. It probably won't even be seen, but just for the sake of doing it. Let's look at the time. So it's 9:59. And I want to see how much time we waste or spend on doing this kind of thing where like we had the idea, we implemented it in, you know, maybe 5 minutes. If we like it, we don't, we just delete it, and we only lose 5 minutes. Okay. Let's copy the materials. See what that feels like. Let's try smoothing them. Yeah, let's try smoothing them. Let's apply the smooths. Let's see, apply both of them. Let's inflate this one. I think it gets too thin. So this way. Try smoothing again. Let's delete the other one. See how that feels. I'll try pulling down the lobe a bit more. That feels better. That feels better. Let's try scaling this on... Oh, my axis is thrown off because of how I did it. We could try sculpting it. Let's see. So we'll mirror half of it. I'll go to the move tool. Boom. That is so cool. I learned to use that yesterday. Got the move brushes here. That's so cool, man. It's like the gizmo in ZBrush. Instantly thicker. Okay. Smaller. Test. Yeah. Just like this. Okay, so it's been 2 minutes since we've messed with this back and forth. Go faster, go faster. Don't waste time, don't waste time, don't waste time. Don't waste time, don't waste time, don't waste time. Go back. Don't get stuck, don't get stuck. Okay. Kind of feel, how does that feel? It has a flare to it, which I think is kind of interesting. Let's add a dot here. I think that's a good res for printing, so I'm not gonna add more geometry to it. How much is this, by the way? 1,000 each. It'll be 3,000, 6,000 because it's on the other side too. So I think that's totally fine for the resolution. Let's add a what am I adding? Let's add a cube and we'll scale it down. Let's copy the material. Where is the oh god, that's the wrong button. That's the wrong button. There you go. Assign. And then we'll smooth this to here. Go back to modifiers, apply that, and we'll, what do I want to do? Yeah, it's fine. I'm not gonna add more geometry to it. It's gonna be like a little earring. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. Anything else you want to do? I forgot. I was thinking about something. I forgot what I was going to do. I think we're fine though. Let's just merge these. Oh wait, something is wrong here. Let's not do that. Something is wrong. What's happening? Oh, these didn't get applied. That's why. Apply. Apply. Let's combine these. Let's also save. Let's mirror this. Let's mirror along the cube. Nice, I like that a lot. And we spent, yeah, 5 minutes. It's more interesting now. We could do a blockout of hair. We can go a couple different routes here. I think the hair is pretty pivotal, so I might do that right now. So, the hair is going to be really hard though, honestly. But we'll try it. So it's 10, we'll spend an hour on it at least. So it's 10, 11. So let's go in here. Start blocking it out here. You know what? This is kind of distracting, so I'm gonna push in the head. Call this one head. Let's call this one head shape, actually. Make a copy of that. Let's tuck this away into backup. Save. And what am I doing? What am I doing? Let's check the backups. Okay. I wanted to make sure there's no like extra stuff in there. This is, I'll call this hair original. I'll stick that into backup as well. Save. Yeah, let's get rid of Pumpkin Brain. We got mirror on. Let's see, is this strong enough? Is this really working? Or let's see. Oh, it is working. Let's look at the strength here. Why is this so weak? Everything looks okay on it. I don't know why. Subdiv is, there's no subdivs. What's the step count on the strokes? 5, that's not bad. I don't know, I guess I just have to grab and move it. Just do that. Just to like make it not so ridiculously sunken. Round off the edge a little bit. I think heads generally, like the stylized heads are always weird, so it's just kind of the way they look. Especially with my hair. The main reason for doing this pushback stuff is just to kind of get it out of the way of the hair, so I don't poke through this wrong much. Okay, so I think that's good for now. I'll leave that alone. Let's get back to the hair piece. Let's see, so there's going to be possibly a lot of trial and error here. Potentially a lot of wrong things happening. Let me grab this, call this one Yuri. Bring it up here. I'll leave this down here actually. You could actually put in this folder called collection. I think that works too. It could be my workbench actually. To stay more consistent. I have to use the bathroom. Let's get rid of this extra folder. I don't know how I made that extra folder, but we did somehow. Save. I'll come back 1 sec. I gotta use the bathroom. Music stopped too. I'll be back. Ugh. Let's see. I was playing a couple songs based on like Dune. I kind of liked it. See if that feels good. Yeah, try this one. Why not? Okay, so a couple different hairstyles we could try. Maybe this first one I should do like a big blockout. I'll use it as a reference as to where it can go. I think I should do that. And then let me try that. So I'll do this. And maybe one in the middle. How far do I want? Probably want to go pretty far like that. See what it looks like when I smooth it. Okay. Level 2. So we want it to get trunk like squashed in on this side. This side we also want to pinch it. Doesn't let me pinch it. There's no geometry there, I guess. That's why. Can I pinch it now? Maybe my pinch is weak. Let's see. What the hell? Why is it not doing anything? Oh, it's because... Let me see. Why is it so weak? Put one... Oh, I already have in there. Put one over here. Let's see if I could pinch this side. I guess I'm learning something like how the pinch brush works there. Okay. Let's see. So I'm holding control to counter pinch the top and then pinch the bottom. Counter pinch the top. I'm not really adding a lot of verts because I want to keep it kind of subdivide calculated as possible, where it's doing a lot of the heavy lifting, smoothing out the shape. Let's see. Kind of want to have this one come up like right here. Looking at how that feels. I like the roundness of it. Let's see. I might round it off this way as well. So it's like rounded in that way. Around there. This. It has a divot here, which I kind of like, so I'm gonna leave it. Let's do another part. That actually kind of, I wasn't expecting to do that. I was expecting to do more, like bigger, covering a bigger area, but that kind of works too, so I'll do that. Since I don't want to make it and scale it every time, I'm gonna leave a cube floating up here. I'll just copy from there. I don't mind the white texture on it. I kind of like it right now, so I'll leave that too. We could define lots of the front right now, but I kind of want to do some of the back and see how that works. So this one, this will kind of end like maybe back here. You know what? I think I want to try something. See what the character looks like. I want to try doing like pigtails, so I think I want this to go this direction. We can't really mirror it because it's going to be asymmetrical, so we have to do it twice. Just a sec. I like this. Zig is pretty cool. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so I think I need a second reference here, so I gotta find something. Looking at the references I had. Huh. Okay. I think it can be pretty lenient, actually. I'm not too worried, I think. Let's see. So it's gonna go, I think it's gonna get covered, actually. I'm trying to think how this would flow. I think this would flow actually from this point here, going back to here. I might add a cut there. That lets me rotate back this way, like this. And then we'll go to smooth. And we'll start to push it this way. This one, where do I want this to go? Pulling it this way. This. Just pulling it down. Let's add geometry flowing this way. And I'm going to squash it with my pinch brush. I feel like, okay. I can inflate that side, pinch this side. Push this in more. Let's see if we can add some geometry this way. Let's pinch it down here. Pinch it there. pull that in here. I'm gonna let this kind of stick out because I think it's gonna connect. Not really in love with it, but it's just like a strand of hair, so let's see. We've been using the metal nib for the black on pen, and it feels pretty good so far. I think it's been 3 days or 4 days of using it, and we haven't noticed any scratches on the tablet protector so far. It also hasn't really been catching like debris on it, which feels really nice, so it just keeps going. Like, I think it pushes off like debris and probably doesn't sand as fast. I don't push very hard to begin with, but so far I think I like it. Let's add another one up here. So our general goal is to kind of block out hair in like an hour. Kind of want to try adding horns. We could if you start getting bored of this music, we could try to play like copyrighted music. But that's, I risk losing, having the video like blocked. So not sure. So this will come up this way. Having me rebuild it from the cube each time is kind of nice because I kind of experiment and try different things each time, and sometimes I'll repeat the things that work, so I kind of like memorize what works and what doesn't work. You also get like organic things that worked out, like for example, this is the leading edge versus the center. Okay, next strand, keep going, boom, boom, boom. Where do I put this? Let's try putting it here. Block it out this way. You could also do a more of a variety approach where, let's have this one curve to the middle as well. We don't really know what we're doing, so it's like all kind of trial and error. Try project to see if that helps us. Yeah, cool. Just help shape it. Let's see if pinch actually would work better with projected right now. Make it stronger. It's as strong as it gets. I don't really know if that's working for me, so I'm gonna turn it off. Let's see what the it's on smooth. Let's do custom here. See if you can get better results there. Make that more rounded. Let's just go in there and shape it more. Like this. Kind of want to see what this would do if I add an extra edge up there. Let's make this more linear. See how that feels. Okay. Let's build this part here. Let's actually kind of place like where we would think it would go. Let's see. Let's actually subdivide this cube. And then I want to try making these faces rounded. Let's see if this works. Sphere or something, circle. Circle, circle. Oh, that worked. I didn't know that. You could do that. Cool. Made a cylinder out of a cube. So let's say I have this. Oops. This shape here. Let's make it longer. Let's bring in this edge a little bit. Let's copy this thing. Get rid of this center edge. Let's bring this closer to the top there. I might bevel these edges. I could have probably selected all and then deselected the middle. That would probably have been faster. I'm gonna let the organic, you know, not perfect placement be a part of it, where it is what it is. Let's go to the move. Bring that up. Can I scale it? Let's scale based on, well, let's see what happens. Okay, that's bad. Let's try scaling based on cursor. And I'll place the cursor like right in the middle. Why does it go straight to nothing? That's interesting. Have to mess with that later. Just try to figure out why I can't control it there. It's okay though. I'll just do it by hand. That. Do I like it better if it flares like this? Or do I like it better like that? Let's see how it feels. Yeah, I like it better the other way. This. Let the organic placement flow within you. It sounds so fun. Let imperfection be part of it. I feel like this is massive. Let's see what smoothing does it. Okay. Let's add edge loop down there, so maybe I'll keep the form inside. I kind of want to, let's apply this, I like it. And then let's move this down more. Ooh, that's weird. Why did that get selected though? Let's try reselecting it here. It's probably from earlier somehow. Yeah, just want to make sure it's not there anymore. Smooth the mask a little bit. Just make it kind of thinner. I don't know. I'll probably replace this. Maybe not as big. See if that feels better. Does that feel better? Let's try that, and then we'll see. Let's combine these. Oh wait, you know, so I can kind of smooth them, sculpt them all at once. I think it's better if they're down further like that. So we're not gonna worry about the inside too much there. What if I flip it? Does that feel better if I flip it? I don't think it goes out that far. Maybe it goes like right there. Right now we're gonna do a very crude shape. Let's do a UV sphere. And I'm just gonna kind of estimate where I want to put this. Potentially what we could actually do instead of doing this now is leave it like a straight line. And then we just rig it, and then we could position it with the rig. I think that's the smartest thing, and we have full control of like where we place it, and we can experiment with how it flows and all that. That makes so much more sense to me. But for now, I'm just gonna put it like this, and we'll see how that feels later. Okay. And then I can combine that, and then I can mirror it. Let's apply the mirror. That. Boom. Let's keep blocking out the forms on the head there. We're at 10:30, so we're like at the halfway point, which is kind of, we're almost on time. I think we're a little behind. Push this back here, push this in here. Let's add a cut in the middle, pull that out. Push this in more. Let's add a subdiv on it. This. Next, go. Next one. So I wanted to draw basically a line going down the middle which would be the flow of where the hair is. Let's start down here. I never really start down here, so see what we could do. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try. This might be bad, but let's try it. Just go edit, grab that face, skew it. So I never really skew. See how that looks and feels. Basically skew this way. Go back, go in a bit. Skew a vision this way, vision this way. And then we'll smooth it and see what happens. Okay. Where are the points here? Okay. I think it'd be nice if we had control in the middle, so I might add one there as well. Okay. Push the inside. Kind of stretch it roughly where we feel is good. Okay. Do another one. I might subdivide the. Nah, I was gonna subdivide first, but kind of like the freedom of skewing it from a base cube. Let's build under it. I think I want to do that, so let's make this smaller. It's gonna go here. This side goes in. Let's skew it this way, just for the sake of doing it that way. Which way do I add geometry here? Let's add some this way. Okay, this way. What does the hair do if it goes in here like that? Do we just do it this way? It's like having it follow a curve is the safest thing we could do. Just have it curve. Okay, we can always add more. Let's do one kind of in the center of the head right here, just to kind of give us a direction of flow. We'll do like floating hairs later, I think, to kind of break up the monotony of the flow. I can't grab this. Oh. Okay. So we're going to define the center line there. This side will be smaller, I think, and going this way. Just all going to that point there. Not really thinking like of purposely making the where it goes perfect. Okay, just adding cuts there. Push this in. Let me think. Let's push in this hair because I think it's going to. Oh, you know what? We have to separate them. Loose parts. Boom. Save. And then this guy, I need to push you in a little bit. I'm not going to worry too much about. See how that feels if I do this. I'm just curious. That hard line right there. Do I like that? Let's not do that hard line right now. I want to stay away from hard lines. I might just push into the model, and that might help me do hard lines. I think I like that better. Like socket. I'm gonna try also maybe this. That actually makes it hard as well, which is what I wanted, without squeezing geometry like that. Let's see, twist it this way. Let me see, let me try typing Inception and see what comes up for recommended songs. Oh. Could try ambient songs. Next here. Let's see, where are we here? So I want this hair kind of pointed this way. As they find the center point, I mean, yeah, center point of the hair right here. Put it down this way. Here. I want to do my best not to get super exhausted, so I treat like today like a marathon instead of like a sprint where I just burn out or something and I just pass out for the rest of the day. But I'm not sure how I could do that. I think when I first did hair, it took me like 2 weeks of constant like work, and now after doing it a couple times, we can almost do it in 2 hours. I guess it's probably gonna take 2 hours from trial and error, and then finding like what works, what doesn't work, what feels right. It's kind of interesting. Looking at the center line there. I wonder, I feel like, so maybe like when compared to when you first start, maybe it's like, I think there's exponentially less gain on time. So even though like maybe when you first do it compared to like when you do it the second time and third time, it gets exponentially better, but then I think it tapers down after a certain point. So like you can get really good at it, but every time as you get really good at it, each time you do it, it'll still take like a baseline amount of time. Like for example, like moving a polygon takes like a certain amount of seconds, a certain fraction of seconds. Thinking about what you want to do with the next piece is a certain amount of seconds, so like you just can't break down that stuff beyond a certain point, I think. So you end up getting less and less return. So you end up, even though you're really good at it, you'll probably spend like 30 minutes, like 2 hours on it, despite like doing where you want to go with it and all that. But I mean, I guess it's much better than when you first start though, where like it could take anywhere from like maybe like a week to 2 months or more. Me rambling. I think one thing, I've been using a lot of the mouse, blocking it out, which maybe isn't so bad, but I think we were losing a bit of the pinch charm that was happening. Maybe some of the hairs don't need pinch actually because of the way they flow, so maybe it's fine. Okay, next curve. But again, it's kind of like, you know, maybe this hair isn't even going to work out, which is kind of weird. Like, I kind of don't mind that it doesn't work. I think we're still in prime time energy too, so we feel like invincible or what's the word? Like, I got energy for days, bring it on, I could do anything, and then I think it's because I'm getting older too, but like the coffee energy will wear off. And you're like, oh my god, I can't keep my eyes open. It's hard to focus. I think like 10 p.m. is like my cutoff point where it's like my brain is sludge. It makes me so sad that I can't focus past that point. And I guess it depends on what you're doing too, though. But right now we're like a squirrel. We're like, boom, boom, boom. Come on. What's the points on this? I'm gonna try adding an extra edge loop there. Give me more control of the shape there. I'm gonna try adding a horn. I don't want them to be too big though. Let's see how we can do this. So let's make a cylinder again. I'm gonna subdivide this. Grab the edges, or the faces. Circle it. Let's do the same thing. Oh, let's open it and do it again. Okay. So, save. Put that in there. We'll mirror it, and then we'll kind of sculpt it beyond that point, I think. Let's see. Streaming has been pretty cool though. Kind of treat it like a journal, and I'm able to like look back, reflect on it, and practice speaking. I think I've kind of generally had the problem where I would be thinking really fast, but maybe in my head I'm like, this whole thing is like 3 words, like shape, sculpt, color, but then to actually explain it and say it in words is like, I could see it like when I'm streaming. I'll like literally say like 4 words and pause for like a long time. It's like I'm already like thinking of something else, or it could also be the thing where maybe you're like, maybe I'm just thinking slow. I don't really know exactly what's happening, but I think it's helping like just kind of practice putting things like when I'm thinking the words. Let's see. I want to pitch this top part. I don't want it too pointy. Let's see. I might make this into a sculpt. Kind of. Oops. I think. Let's try making this into a sculpt really early on here. Apply that. And I wasn't really gonna start sculpting here, but I kind of got sucked in here. But I want to make it more stubby. this. Yeah, like that. Something like that, yeah. I thought it'd be really cool if this character would be sitting and you could put it on your desk and it would be looking at you. Kind of like, but I wanted to make it so it would be sitting. So I had like, it'd be sitting on the corner of a cube. So it'd be interesting. I'll try to make videos later. And now I'm going to do like the sanding process and it'll be interesting. Okay, so that's kind of generally where that's at. I'll leave it at that for now. I think there's going to be a lot of like back and forth tweaking. Let's see how this feels when we pull it in more. Right now we're just kind of focused on kind of like, okay, well, how does this feel if I put this here, or is this the right angle for this, or now that I see it here, is it too big compared to this, or is it too small? Okay, this is pretty hard to put this on. Oh, I can't sculpt on that. Let me apply it. And where is it? This one. There you go. This one, this size might not matter right now because it might get covered up with hair, but I'll leave that there. Okay, we're at the 8-minute mark. Oh, this shape socket right there. Let's see what we could do. Smooth that out more. That's not good either. Smooth this out. Okay. Let's see what it looks like in rendered view. So the top's blown out right now. Let's bring up the light controls. See what they're doing here. What are we looking at? So this is super blown out for me. Let me see what the settings are for high contrast. That's fine. Let's see. This is doing. Okay, so this is my fill light and this is my rim light, right? Yeah. So what do I want to do? What looks interesting? This is the... What is this? Oh, this is key, this is fill, this is rim. So rim is like blowing it out, basically. Let me think. Let's pull it this way. Rim is... Let's see... Yeah, like that. Better. Let me hide the lights. Save. Let's make this all the color of the head and see how that makes me feel as well. Let's grab everything. Material and apply the color. So it's kind of closer to what the print would be. It needs more hair on the sides for sure. We could potentially make the hair much bigger. Let's see what it feels like when we rotate this way. Yeah, it looks too thin. Why is it like this? There you go. I think there's too much space in the back and it needs to be spot closer there. It could be throwing me off because it looks too simple too. The pigtails are just extruded shapes. The exposed side foreheads kind of bug me though. It feels like it's too wide or something. Let's see what it looks like at the top there. I mean, we could like block out the hair completely and then start modifying it from that point too. But I need to cover the side of the head for sure. So I'm gonna do that. Let's see. Kind of want strands going down this way. Make it thinner. We could also rig these. I think that'll be fun. I just need to figure out how to keep it from touching the body, but I could still rig it flat. How can I do that? I can make it point outwards, which is kind of bizarre, but it would technically work. Or I could just put them down as far as I can. Or I could let it rest on the body and then rig it following the distortion that happens on it. Which might kind of be weird, but it would give me the freedom of making it as long as I want. I don't know. I'm gonna tuck this one in there. It's here. Let's add the subdiv. So this one tuck away in there. I might see. So let's just say for now, how's that feel when it's that low? It's higher. What about like down here? How does that feel? I don't like that. Let's keep it straight and flat and going down as far as we can right there. That feels pretty good. And it covers up the side of the head there. Let's see, grab the top and rotate it. Like that. Okay. This one's lighting the side. Let's finish this side completely and then we'll turn the lighting to the other side. I think what's missing from the hair is like the rhythmic flaring that happens where you have smaller pieces that are like suggesting the flow. So it's gonna look weird for quite a while. Turn off. Maybe leave it on projected. This music makes me want to listen to or to watch the Blade Runner movie again. Should I put horns? Should we put, I mean like goat type horns? I'm not sure how I feel about that idea. So we're about to hit the 11-hour mark. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. So we got kind of carried away and we did the horn there, which is kind of it is kind of part of the hair. It affects the hair. It's on the head, so. Okay. I could also jump away from the hair after a while. And a different part of the body or something. Kind of break up the monotony of working on hair. Okay. So I think the other thing we were thinking about was something else wasn't working. I could put these lower. Edit. Wait, what? Oh. Why isn't this? Oh, you know what? I know what's happening. I have to center the pivot and figure the transforms. There we go. Now it moves. Ah, why doesn't it grab that side? Huh, that's weird. Let's mirror it again just to be safe. And yeah, let's do FA. Apply it. There we go. Look down. Could angle it forward a little bit more. Plate the top more, just to kind of smooth it out. So I think one thing that wasn't working is I wanted this to get pushed in more. I might have to get out of subdiv to do that though, so let's just ignore that. Let's just say we don't have the control right now, so I'll let that be. I kind of want to bring these in more. Let's combine these. And let's combine those, and then I'll just kind of sculpt it down more. And I'll separate them again. Save it. Let's make sure we're not doing anything inverted with faces or back. Let's see. Let's try to raise these subdivs again. I think something went down a subdiv, so. What's this? Let me see if I could pull this out. I might make it more volumetric later. But I'm gonna just do blockout for now. Let's do the other side of this hair. I'm kind of starting to feel an ounce of tiredness. Let's move the lights. Let's flip it this way. Yeah, that's fine with me. It's a little bright, but I don't kind of mind right now. So this one will kind of do the same thing as the other side. Let's add a cut going this way. Let's see. We're gonna inflate the middle. Let's try pinching the bottom. Probably try to make the shape better later. Just kind of plot something there, so got something to work with, something to see. Save. Here. Let's mirror this one. Actually, let's not mirror. Let's do it. Maybe I should take little breaks, like 5-minute breaks or something, so I don't burn out. Just worried I won't come back. This sounds like a Batman movie, kinda. Let me go down here. Okay, it's way too thick. Let's see if I can pull in the faces here. That better. Edge it this way. Let's use the pinch. That's better. Still too thick. Okay. Let's ignore the imperfection there. Just keep going. Doesn't smell right. I don't know if my cat did something. I think I should go check. Yeah, something doesn't smell right. Let's just go. Okay. I swear this is from a movie. The Hollow. Ian Post. I don't know. Just kind of squish this side. Might add another edge loop here. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go check to see if my cat did something, because something doesn't smell right. I'll be back. So I don't know what the source of the smell was, but the cat was fine. Okay, next one. Let's save. There's a bump on the shoulder. We can smooth that out here. Make it smoother. Symmetry on? Yeah. Make sure symmetry's on. Yeah, okay, good. Save. I already made a cube. Whoopsie. Oh no, don't delete that. What am I doing? Okay. So I want this one to kind of do the same thing on this side. It's gonna float into this one. This music's pretty calm. I kind of like it. This is like not what I was searching for, but it's kind of nice. It's like a pleasant surprise. So generally, the goal for today is we're gonna rigify this character and pose it and see how we feel about it, and potentially sculpt on the posed character. But I want to make it so I could easily keep modifying it and adding to it. But I think when we go past a certain point, we can't use the rigged version because we'll sculpt asymmetrically. So we have to find out where that happy point is, where we have the rigging and symmetry for modeling, but then we allowed the final result to be the actual posed model. So we have to like let go of the model, the rigged model at some point. But I think I'm gonna do like an iteration, like a test iteration where it's probably not going to work out the first time, but we need to test it to like learn why it doesn't work. This is starting to sound kind of commercially. Let's see what it's called. It's called Giving It All. It's under the cinematic category. I wonder, like, the people who make this music, maybe they're not like super big, so they end up doing like a lot of things for like commercials and like smaller things, so maybe like that bleeds into like how they work, so they end up like making it sound like a commercial even though they're not really thinking about it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's like a big time music artist, and I don't know. So where does the hair flow? Because some of this flows this way and then some of this flows this way. Let me see. Let me try. thinking the hair flows from the skull. The skull's not shaped correctly here, but I'm not gonna care about it right now. It sounds video gamey. It's like the pause screen in Sims or something. I don't know if I like that, but I'm gonna leave it there for the sake of having something to look at, and I'll modify it later when I'll be like, okay, you know what? Now that that's there, I don't like how thin it is or thick it is. It has like a Hearthstone vibe to it too. It's probably like that. I think it's a violin. I really want to change the head. I want to make it more like striking, but I'm kind of scared to work on it because I know it's going to be hard. I was hoping that the hair would be like a segue where if the hair felt pretty good and it covered like a good portion of the face, and it would feel better versus if it was bald and had like a good face but it didn't click. What time is it? It's 11:20. Been going for about an hour and a half. I think I should go on a walk today. Haven't gone on a walk in a while. That's cool. This has like a slight like Western vibe to it. I like that. Kind of not really thinking about it. I'm blocking this out now. It's probably kind of bad, but I think the sexy part is when the flyaway hairs come in, or like the hairs that aren't following the flow. I wonder what the total count of geometry is. Let's see. Oh, it's like less than 1 million still. 800,000. We're going to come into a couple issues after we leave the subdivision state of the hair, where we have to decide like if we want to merge down the hair into like a single mesh, or I think we have to at the end, but I think I want to keep them separate as long as I can, so I have more control over them, but we'll see. Figure it out as we go. Try adding a cut here. What's happening here? Oh. This makes me want to watch like James Bond. If I pinch this, yeah, that kind of feels good. Let's add another here, there. Maybe we could try to plan out more too, so we'll take a break at some point, but we could decide beforehand like what we're switching to and to try to mix it up so it's not so monotonous. So right now we're doing hair, which is a pretty big load. And we could like step back, take a break from it, and work on. I feel like the head's huge too, though. But I also like have to consider like my like energy for the day is gonna get lower and lower as the day goes by. So I have to do it earlier than later. Sounds like Spider-Man. It's just called 1989. So if I was to do the head today, I have to do it pretty early after this. I guess we don't have to technically finish the hair today. We could just do this block out and then visit it again tomorrow. So we'll be like, oh, you know what? I didn't see this yesterday, but now that I do, I could just squish this over, whatever. Now that I did that, I feel like I need more hair on the other side, so do that. And I have to like let myself be free to delete anything if I don't like it, so if I decide I added too much hair or completely need to redo another hair, I could just do it, like, don't feel attached to anything. It's okay to redo it, so. I might push this hair in a lot too, so we'll see how it happens. So pull this hair around. Yeah, it feels better. Not sure I like the flow of it. The shape of it's kind of not working for me, but it's okay for now. I'll adjust it where as I go. I feel like this is too, the flow is too, it's just all pointing to the same spot, which feels really monotonous, I think, so I need to add stuff to it later. But it's kind of working. I should probably bring the light over here so I could see better. Let's see. Well, I want hair going this way, covering. I feel like that's going too far. One thing I noticed though, when I talk out loud to work, it's interesting where it's almost like doing multiple choice, where the first thing I say is kind of ultimately where I want to go, so it kind of saves me time in a weird way. Where it's like I'll be like, this is an idea, and it's like this actually wouldn't work, or I should work on this, and then I just do it right away versus like putting it off. It's interesting. And I guess maybe it slows down, like, because if you're just thinking about everything, you're thinking of like 3, 4 things in a row. But if you just say it, you have to slow down to like process and put it into like order. So you end up, what am I doing? You end up allowing yourself to process like if it's a good idea or not, I guess. Okay, this hair is really thin. I'm gonna purposely leave it thin though. I want to see if it works. Like maybe I'll pull it through and be like, oh, you know what, that actually works really well. So I'll leave it thin. Okay. What's really interesting too is looking from the top. This side has bigger blocks that are really not flowing, but this side is very uniform in shape and are smaller, which was unintended, but I like the asymmetry of it. It could also be relating to like how comfortable we're getting as we're doing it over and over. We go into a flow. I think this side is okay, even though it's like not. It's kind of more interesting in some way where it's like natural hair, where it's like chaotic and random. This becomes like boring and systematic kind of, where it's all like one shape and just basically a sphere. So I could try to reincorporate that random blockiness maybe, but we'll see. Let's try adding a overlapping flowing down one on the side and see how that works. This is for printing, so we have to be using, we can't use like very thin parts for hair, so we have to be kind of considerate of making it thick, but it's like thick stylized Overwatch hair. Let me see. But you can also probably be creative with it where the thin hair hugs like the head or on the body, so it reads as hair. Very thin hair, just resting on a surface. You don't have to worry about it snapping in. Let's see if this makes it more interesting. So this does two things. It makes the hair thicker, and it also breaks up the shape more, so let's see what happens. What am I doing? Okay. Seeing how that looks. So it's kind of like strands of hair. Seeing what I could do with there. I also mentioned the idea of kind of working on something that's high contrast for a long time could blow out your eyes, so maybe I should switch to something else for a while in that regard, or move the lighting or change the lighting. Let's see, let's try the other mode. Yeah, just less, it's like muted now. Just gotta see what the other options are. Yeah, I think that this is good. It's like nice and muted, so it's not hurting my eyes. I can still read the forms, so let's see. Well, make this lighter. Oh, yeah, like that. So make this shorter. How does it feel if it flares that way? That's unintended, but I kind of like that a lot. So I'll leave that. Unintended cappy accent, kinda. Make it more of like a C curve as well. Where it's like a bit more interesting. Let's work on the next block. We're starting to reach that point where I could probably do flyaway hairs. Let's try to be organic as possible. What about like that? It's poking out. Well, purposely not connected to... Actually, I should. But maybe in some cases I don't need to always hit the root of the head. But in this case I could see it, so I'm gonna purposely make sure it goes up there. But, let's see. Let's pull out this edge, maybe. Or which edge? Let's grab this face. Smooth it a little. See what it looks like. I kind of like that. These hairs kind of echo the shape of the horns. See what happens on the side there. I think it's too thick. Or too flat. It's too fat or something. Let's try going into the head more. Yeah. That feels better. This empty space is kind of making me uncomfortable, so let's fill that up here. Do I have eyebrows? I don't have eyebrows. Okay, that's interesting. I think I should add eyebrows right after this. Potentially... Eyebrows are super weird, because if you add a slight curve to it, it completely changes like the expression. Right now we don't have eyebrows, so you get kind of like an alien vibe, I think. Let's see. This might cover up the eyebrows though. I don't know, we'll see. I'll have them there anyways, and I can always adjust it after. And I'll just grab this face and put it up there. For this one, let's see. I'll just pinch the bottom. Look at that. Let's add eyebrows real quick. So let's actually save. Let's hide the hair. Or you know what? I'm gonna do something. So I'm gonna combine the hair, and I'm gonna sculpt it to shape it more. and also hide it. I'm gonna leave out the bottom, it doesn't matter, so. I think that's everything. Yep. Oh wait, this guy. Combine it, and then I'm gonna hide it from now. I'm gonna make sure I know what it's called. Save, hide it, and then let's add eyebrows. I think I'm gonna change the shape of the head a lot too, so it might get so different that it might not. We'll just kind of get an idea of what the eyebrows could be. I want them to be really thin, and I want them to be kind of short. Let's see what this looks like. Okay. I want to try to add as few subdivisions as possible on this. Let's make this thinner on the side. Why is that happening? Let's see if I can adjust that there. I'm just adding as few edge loops as possible so I have more control. And it's like smoother overall. Why can't I pick that guy? Oh, he's on the other side, that's why. I was like, what? Oh, wait, what? What's happening here? I'm a little confused. Okay, so that was on the back. Or no. Wait, what? What's happening? Oh, I see. No. Oh, it got merged? Let me see if merging is happening. It's off. I don't know why. Let's isolate here and see what's happening. This is so weird. What's happening? Oh, okay, so two verts went over to the back. The back doesn't matter, really. We just want it inside. Okay, let me see what this looks like. So this looks concerned. Let's see. Save. Why am I not moving this? Oh, I'm pitching, that's why. Maybe we do need one more point though, right here, so we control the curvature. Yeah. So that's as probably as low as we want to, or high as we want to go there. Super thin eyebrow. So I don't want them concerned. Let me see. We can also mirror it so we can see what we're doing better. Okay. Okay, so I don't want them concerned. Oh, that's not good. The head is like not mirrored perfectly. I think I also sculpted on the head, so that's probably why, but it's okay. I'm gonna be adjusting the head like crazy anyways, so. Let's see. So we'll test out like certain aspects of it. So like, what if it was really high? That feels okay. What if it was angled down? Like this, how's that feel? So it's more angry. more determined. What if it's like really like this, like really sad looking? That's like worried, angry. What if we like bend it like this? That works too. That's kind of neutral. That's like, I kind of like that too. It's like super tiny and it flares in a cool way. We'll leave it like this for now. It's like super, like a super faded eyebrow, which is interesting. It's like really thin. I'm gonna apply the subdiv. I mean the mirror. I'm gonna keep the subdiv because I like the fewer points to control it. Save and then let's bring back the hair and sculpt the hair a bit. Looking at it here. Try pushing this side in more. I might grab this as well, combine it. I'm gonna pull this down more, I think. Okay, music stopped. This part gets pushed in too far. We'll do like a spin, I think, and see how it feels. But just a sec, let me change the music. I can go drum and bass, but it kind of. What if I type in like I really like Conan Exiles. Let's see if I could play that music. Let's ask ChatGPT if I'll get in trouble for like streaming Conan music, Conan Exiles music. Probably, but let's see what it says. It might be wrong too. Let's see what it says. So it's saying it's probably gonna get blocked and copyright claimed. So I could risk playing it on stream and getting the video blocked, but I don't know, it seems like a bad idea. Or I could mute the music and listen to it. Or I could kind of find a song here. Let's see. What about like copyright free music on YouTube Music? Let's see what that comes up with. Although there's no guarantee that that playlist is actually correct. But a lot of the music's also kind of like and I can't really pick it if it's going through like a big 2-hour playlist. What about Doom? Let me ask. She's saying it's probably gonna get blocked too. That's me kind of taking a mental break, I guess, as well, looking through this. I'm gonna check Discord for a second. I might also switch gears and stream making models for a nonprofit indie game I was helping with, but not sure. Okay. I just picked this random song here, see what this does. That was loud. It's like one of those meditative trance song, like entrancing songs. I'll just try it, why not? Okay, so what was I doing? Let's try doing a shade smooth, see what it looks like. So this is if it had like lots of geometry, and do a spin test and see how it feels. That piece is going through the ear, that's bad. Fix that real quick. So we push this in. Let's just say that's good. And we should do it on the side too. But why is that so laggy? That's weird. There you go. Save. Let's see how it feels with the spin. The silhouette's more interesting. We can compare with the old hair too. I could do like a before and after snapshot. The knees kind of bug me. I think we should try to go into posing sooner than later. I think a lot of the back is like visual noise for the hair, so it doesn't really matter what we do. It gets like lost in the sauce. I mean, that's technically the back of the head, I think, so. But just looking at it from like here, it's like, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. We could still add like pieces, or like, what do you call that? Like, flyaway hairs to kind of break it up, but. Seeing what this overall shape is. Okay. I think the earrings are too straight going back, so I might change that. Let's see. Is symmetry on? Let's try on symmetry. It does not affect the other side. Oh, you know why? It's because I need to reset the origin. Let's see if that helps it. Nope. Let's see if I apply transforms. Let's see if, yeah, apply transforms did it. So I think what I need to do is this needs to turn more. This needs to turn more. And we can go lower as well. So it's a bit more interesting, a bit more of a curved shape in the overall flow. Gonna make this one smaller. That looks more interesting, I think. I could try to mess with the pigtail as well, to like actually block it out, and that might make it feel better. So let's try that. Oh, something with my eye. Okay, let's separate this piece. So bring it over here. This will be kind of the reference for what the pigtail, I think it's called pigtail, or ponytail would be. So let's see, how do I start this? Let's actually look at a reference for pigtail so we know where to go with it. Okay, so that's actually a great reference there. So I'm thinking I could probably copy paste like 2-3 shapes and get that flow. But there's probably going to be some wiggle room in like how we're doing it. Okay. So I see 2 good references. One there. I like this one reference a lot because it shows the parting of the hair in the back, so I'm going to take that one too. I think the heads, or yeah, basically the head will be the most fun to do, but it's also the scariest part because there's going to be probably a good while it sucks, so kind of scared to go into it. Okay. I keep saying it, so it probably means I need to work on it. Looking at the hair here. So let's add a UV sphere. Or actually, no, let's not do a UV sphere. Let's do a cube. Copy it. Actually, you know what? Let's not do that. Let's just grab this cube. Get smaller. Can I do this? Can I snap it here? Oh, yeah. That's cool. No, I can't. Wait, what? I thought this snaps it. Oh, there you go. So if you hold control while you're grabbing, you can snap to the surface. That's fast and quick. So let's see. So what I'm seeing is that this guy is doing this. Like it flows like this. I don't know what happens on the back, but I'll ignore it for now. So I'm seeing this kind of effect. So kind of it flows this way. And maybe this other side. What's happening here? So this part, wait, let's see. So this is coming up and forward, and then it's wrapping under another one over here. What I could do is duplicate this and mirror it. So I flip it. Yeah, there you go. Okay. I'm not going to add too much geometry because I think it's going to get too confusing too quickly. So let's see what's happening here. Let me try to tilt my reference so I get a better idea. Let's see. Let's go sculpt mode. I want this this piece here to be the most outer part that sticks out. And then it flows. So this part's like the outer part exposed, and then this kind of tucks in like this. And it does something in the back, but I'm not too worried about right now. So it's the main body of it. But let's see, so it comes out, tucks into the next one. Right, so it comes out, tucks under. So I'll pull this in more. Let's turn off projected there so I don't mess up the back. Save. What's happening here? So we got the opposite side. So let's say coming out is the main part. Tucks away. This gets covered like right here. So I guess this is the highest point now. Maybe it would be better if we use toruses. That might actually work better. It might look bad though. So let's let this be what it is. And then we'll experiment with toruses here, see what that gives us. Let's do like 8x8, see if that's a good place to start. Because I feel like it's really a torus, really. So let me copy the materials. Let's apply the materials. Separate this piece. That's a jarring transition. Let me stop that. Yeah, I don't mind this one. Let's see, I'm gonna scale it along the z-axis. Make this thicker in the middle. So I'm kind of seeing this. Let's go under, this go under. This go under, 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 under. I'm seeing that. I could kind of keep the front and chop off the back. And then like tie together the back, and that would be a lot of work though. If we were using like a smart modifying way, we could watch a YouTube video on this too to make this, but this would take much longer if I did it by hand. So, get back out and see how it feels. That's how it's gonna look. Mm. Can we save this one? Let's see if we can mess with it more. Potentially save it here. Mm. This might be a wall we're hitting right now. Let's see. Let's look at YouTube because we mentioned it. Okay. Okay, it's only a 2-minute video. Okay. Yeah, this is probably the smartest thing to do. Just don't let the ego get in the way. And just someone already solved the problem, so why should I resolve it? So they made a edge and then evenly distributed points, made an S curve, subdivided it. Okay, so now it's like a twirling line, an array, made it longer, merged it with an array, made a second array, made copies of the model, convert the edge to curve, added bevel to it to give it thickness, subdivided, just thickness, minute, 2 minutes in here, they're adding a edge curve so you can change the shape, I guess. I might not go the route of adding a curve like that, but one other problem is the start and end points. But I mean, you did show how to automate the creation, so that's probably more than enough. Yeah, so let's do this. It's like 2 minutes basically. Because what I was doing was probably going to take like at least an hour. Okay, so what he does, I'm going to destroy my tests. And I think I have to go to the origin, I think. Let's create a cube. Vertices, merge to center. So we just have a single point now. Save. And let's see what it says. So he says turn on increment snap. Okay. So he's bringing it out like right to here. So you turn on increment snap and extrude it, go to the second point. This might be too long, but I can probably shrink it or whatever later. What do you do now? Actually, he's going really far out. I think that's like 20 squares. 2 meters. Is that right? Let me see what my meters are. Oh no, it's right. I just want to have the smaller. I don't know. If it doesn't work, I'll redo it. Whatever. So let's see. He adds an edge loop to the center, evenly spaced, so like this. And then he snaps going out 4 blocks, or in my case 40%. Like this. Oh, that's why he has more grid space. Okay. So he goes out 4 spaces. One, two, three, four. Then he subdivides it. Subdivide. Then he goes. So he grabs the middle area, goes to the other view. Pulls them out. Let's see. So he grabs these 2. Or these 4. And he makes it so that the camera goes Y up. Or Z up, I mean. Like this. Wait, no, that's not right. Wait, let me see. Which way is it? This can't be right, right? It has to be this way. Oh, you know what? His Y and my Z are inverted. That's why I think I see it like that. Yeah, let me double check. Yeah, his up axis is Y, my Z. That's why I didn't see it. He pressed numpad 1. I don't use numpad 1. Let's see what that does. This is numpad 1. Oh, right. So I can't tell. It's either like it's either this way or this way, but I can't tell. Does it matter actually? I don't think it matters. Let me see. No, it does matter. Yeah. So it's a 50-50 chance I get it wrong. But it's okay. So he brings it forward, I think. Let's see, by how much though? He brings it forward by 3 squares. Like this. So, yeah. Maybe I should rotate it because to match like the same way he has it. Because he's working a different axis than me. So I have to go 90 degrees, I think. Rotate Z 90. What's 90 look like? This is 90. Why is it crooked? I guess I can't do this. It doesn't know, it doesn't have like a exact axis, I guess. Medium point. Yeah. That's okay. Well, let me try this too. Let's see if it rotates right if I do 3D cursor. Z-axis. X at 90. Let's see what 90 looks like. Oh, that worked. Okay, never mind. We're good. Switch that back to medium point. So now it looks 1-to-1 with his example. So he adds an array. He does a count of 10 or 11. This is the to add length to it. I guess I can kind of eyeball and say like this is too long or this is too, let's see. We can also probably add too much and then chop away, so we'll probably go the same. We'll just copy his 1-to-1 and then we'll delete the extra. So let's see what he was doing. He added the array to lengthen it. He checked on merge. He adds a second array. He does an offset of 0.03 and makes a copy of 3. So second array, 3, and then what's it called? What did you do? Relative offset 0.03. Like that. Let's look at the tutorial. Fixed count. Yeah, that looks right. Convert to curve. Save. And then go, what is it? He went to, well, his window's cut off, so I can't see. I think it's this one now. Convert to curve. Yeah. The modifiers disappear. Go to the curve tab, geometry, and you add depth. So curve tab, geometry, and add depth. Huh. Okay, keep going. There you go. I probably want to add more geometry though, but let's see what happens. So then he turns on wireframe, and then he does subdivision, and he keeps modifying the depth. Okay, so at that point he starts to do the curve rigging thing, so I don't want to do that. Let's add density, and then let's try subdividing it here. Yeah, that looks cool. It looks too clean, but it's okay. And then sticking it a bit more, I think. That. Let's see what resolution does for it. I'm getting the loading bar, that's not good. I'll save. I don't see anything with it, so I'm going to lower it back down to 5. Let's try 4, see how low we can go. It does give it a different feeling though, it's like a little bit less inflated. Let's see, I kind of want it further apart. Is that possible? So I think, oh, we already applied it, so you can't actually change the spacing on it. That was pretty cool. That was like 20 minutes, maybe less, 15 minutes, and we got this cool thing. What does fill caps do? Okay. Let's go a little lower though, So I'm going to be doing it differently. Okay, I want to see how that feels. Okay. That's subdiv 2. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna like and save that video. I'm gonna link it in the local chat too for reference. I'm gonna say this one, oops, all caps, this one is for making braids. Boom. So that's like saved in the notes now. What's happening up there? That's weird. The very start. So what is this currently? Is it? It's still a curve, right? Let's say we like this. Let's save, and then let's apply it as. Let's convert it back to a model. Convert it to mesh, and so. Yeah, that worked. Let's make it smaller. I want to rotate down there. So we're basically going to break it from this point. Wasn't this a song I skipped earlier? So we're trying to reach this size, but I'm seeing that I could modify it. Does that feel? I think it's too similar going up and down, so I don't like that. Not sure if I'm liking the size of this braids too. So I might go into go in and can modify these braids. Let's copy the material. Sorry. Save. I want them like much thicker. So let's see what we could do here. We're gonna duplicate this, and we'll make it, keep it as a copy so we have a backup. Save. Let's inflate the top. See how that works. Let's try separating these parts. So this actually, they're all actually different pieces. So already just kind of slightly adjusting and moving them feels more organic, which is cool. But I think one of the issues we have is I want to go pretty, let's see. We are on the grab brush. Let's use projected. Like I want to thicken them much more as I go up higher. I want it to be kind of like this. Going in and just kind of tweaking them. What a weird song. Let me see how that feels backing out from there. Yeah, that's much better. It's got much more interesting natural organic like shaping of it, which is working for me. I could try something here. Let's see. Actually, let's do this first. I like what we're doing, so. Kind of freestyling here. Yeah, it's so great to be able to like just be able to work on like models and stuff. Like I don't know. It just makes me happy. It's weird. Why did that thought come out of all the things like I've been working on? Why am I thinking that now? So I think that last song was apparently recommended to me, but I don't really see how that relates to most of the other music I listen to. I didn't mind it actually, which is kind of surprising too. So it wasn't wrong about recommending it, honestly. Maybe we just get so tired that we go into a flow state where you just go numb and oops, what happened? I hit the wrong button. Oh wait, I know what happened. I went to a different tool. Maybe right now working on this like really repetitive repeating shape is almost like shading or like color picking and blending colors in when you paint. So maybe that's what I'm feeling, where it's like yes, this is nice and relaxing. It's kind of pushing and pulling, nudging. Could have been why I had that thought. It's like, yes, it's so nice to be able to work on something and sculpt. I like this song. We're almost there. I can see the top. Go back over it a couple times to like add more variations, like pinching the inner part and stuff like that. Right now we're just kind of breaking up the repetitiveness of it. I think in the past I wouldn't have turned to this tutorial. I would have been like, you know what? I need to do it on my own. I need to prove to myself I could do it on my own. I'll probably learn a lot as I do it, so that's my justification mainly. Like, I'll do it on my own, I'll learn a lot, it'll be worth the time, and all that. So, but this time, well, someone already solved this, so I could see what they did to solve it, and then I'll use that as a starting point versus starting from scratch. So, oh, you know what? I'm gonna try something. I want to try a lattice. So I never tried a lattice before. I might have to watch a tutorial on it. Let's see. Blender lattice. I spelled it wrong. Blender lattice. That's how I spelled it. See if that helps. There was that cup. There it is. Let's see. So this is a 4-minute and 50-second video, so it's not going to take too long. Dismiss. I'll link this one too. But actually, let me watch it first, and I'll know if it's worth sharing or not. Because I was thinking, okay, well, I'll go in, I'll inflate it, and I'll smooth it, inflate it, and smooth it, and I'll try to make the shape kind of taper. But if a lattice works, then it'll basically do it in like 4 clicks and look better. Sounds like a really popular song everyone uses. Skip that one. Skip that one. Oh yeah, I like Buddha Kid. He makes some pretty good songs. I'll leave that on. So they're just showing some simple stuff. So he's using a cylinder. He's removing the top and bottom. He made the bottom filled again with a different type of geometry. He's adding edge loop cuts. Let's speed up this video. It's a little slow. Let's go to 1.25. Wireframe. Oh, song's making me a little sleepy. Oh, okay, so wait, you can add an object that's a lattice. Oh, so what he was doing was he was making the cylinder the thing that's getting deformed, and he added quad geometry on the bottom so it deformed nicely. So we didn't need to see that whole first part of the video because we already have our model. Kind of cool. It's like 1/3 of the video is just him building the thing that's going to get deformed. Okay, so we had a lattice modifier. And you can move the points probably? Yeah. Okay, so that was it. I kind of feel like this middle part of the video is all we needed. Let's kind of skim through here, see if there's anything else. Okay, so you can add resolution to the lattice, which is cool. So you can, I think I need that for what I'm doing. Keep going here. So he made a vase. Okay, that's cool. Let's go back to where he adds that transparent cube thing. Does he just add a cube? Let's see. So he adds a lattice. Oh, it's just called lattice. Okay. So you add a lattice, and then you add a lattice modifier, and then... Okay, so it's just those 2 steps. That was basically the whole video, kinda. So let's combine these. See, I'm gonna modify the top and bottom so they get cropped. But we're gonna add a lattice. My first ever lattice. And I don't see it. Oh, that's right. I have this turned off. Just turned off. Let's try to center it here. And we'll try to encompass the whole object here. It's okay if we go over a little. Stop it. How am I getting messaged here? This is red. Cool. What was I doing? Why did I even tab back to this? I think I was distracting myself. Okay. I think that's a sign that we need to kind of take a break as well. So we'll see. I'll take a break pretty soon. Okay, so that's our lattice. I'm going to add, wait, so what order do I pick these in? Let's go to 1.35. This is your old. So he has the object itself selected and he adds a lattice modifier. Okay. So the object itself has the modifier. Let's apply the subdivisions and let's do them. Lattice. Deform lattice, right? Lattice. Let me select this guy. And then now if I go to, can I sculpt it? No, you can't, you can only edit, okay. That's what I wanted. Let's add some more divisions here on the lattice itself. That's not the right way. Send it this way. That's not the right way either. Ooh, that's interesting. A one-dimensional lattice like that. It's kind of cool that's an option. Okay, so let's see. Let's add like this many. Let's go to front view. Edit. Let's make this thinner. I want to make these thicker on the top. Let's see what I could do here. You can make these further apart as well. How's that feel? It's actually not doing what I thought it would do. What if I do this? Okay, that's doing what I thought it would do. Okay. So let's not make it thicker like that then. Let me see. Let's grab this top part. Pull these out. So it's not really. Oh, it is kind of. Never mind. It is scaling it. I thought it would inflate more than I thought. Let's see. Let's go sculpt mode. So you could sculpt with a lattice on, which is really cool. I'm gonna do an inflate though and see what happens. Okay. Generally not getting the results I want. It's not bad though. Let's see. Maybe if you kind of scaled this up more. Like this. Is that generally what I want? I think that's what I want. I don't know if that's good. How does that feel if it's like that? That feels pretty good to me. Yeah, it looks kind of organic. I like that. So let's go with this. Let's just say, you know what? Let's go. Let's do it. Let's hit the apply button. Save. Let's hide the extras again. And let's go sculpt mode and just kind of see if we can kind of do some more sculpting these parts. And I kind of wanted to see if I could kind of flatten this out more. This. Let's do sphere base projections. Let's work from bottom to top. Potentially, we're noodling something that's not working. And I think that's a sign that we should try to take a break, I think. But, oops, I didn't mean to hit that button. And I'm also like hitting buttons I don't want to hit, so it's another sign. Take a break. Potentially we also noodle in the wrong direction. Let's try to modify the back a little bit too. Compact these, save, and then we can do a side-by-side comparison to the original braid. that looks much more organic, and I like that better. So I'm gonna hide I'm gonna delete the backup. Delete the backup. I'm gonna make a copy of this one and add this to backup. There we go. So that's my new backup. Wait, I think we should sculpt the front and back more. But it would look kind of like this. I'll just place it here for now, just for sake of kind of getting an idea for how it feels. And we'll clean it up later. Yeah, the back looks really repetitive, which is bad. But for now, we'll just place it there. What's that? It's like a dot. Just a floating dot. That's weird. Why is that here? Let's make sure there's nothing on here. Okay, we're good. Let's delete that. Yeah, some kind of noise. Oh, you know what that was? That was from me creating the dot, probably. Yeah, but I made the braids. We're gonna block this out more later, but for now, it's okay. I'll save. Let's take a snapshot to kind of have a reference point of where we are. I think I'm gonna stop the stream and then start up again and call it part 3. My goal was to make it so it's like every day I would just have one part, but today's like a long day for me, so I could do 2 parts. And I'm not gonna get too precious about naming and being like, oh no, today has to be only all in one part. So I'll be back.